Alright, let's get out of the way to first subscribe, hit the like button, and leave a comment if you like. Today's episode of Hell's Paradise, episode 10, started off in a really crazy way. Not only is this big giant guy destroying Gabimaru, but Gabimaru is also being told that he's really slow. You don't tell that to a fucking ninja. They'll shinobi your ass and you're done. So this Armin looking guy has figured out that if this fight keeps going, Gabimaru is going to shut this guy down, so he stops it. Only not, instead of trying to stop each other, he's going to join in the fight. So Gabimaru has been on the island for a really long time, so he has some experience about whether he should fight or not, and this time he decides to say, how about instead of fighting each other, we just work together. Is that crazy? And the giant guy's like, fuck yeah, it's crazy, and he tries to swing the sword at him, but he was only testing him. He wanted to figure out if he was worthy of being on his team. So he passes his wizard's mission, and now they both want to hunt down these dolls that keep killing people. Even though these prisoners are all killers, it seems that they all want to help Gabimaru end up with his wife. Maybe this island's taking away their evil hearts and they don't have murderous intent anymore. Maybe this is just a theory. How about if at the end it's all about making the prisoners go back into society without being murderers? Somewhat of a rehabilitation center. I know it's just me. Maybe I've been on the island for too long. So Mustache Man wants to be immortal, but not literally drink the elixir that makes him immortal because that would be boring to him. Can you believe that? Living forever would be boring? Leave a comment down below if you would like to live forever. Or would it just be sad seeing people die while you still live? What he really wants to become a legend where his name is used everywhere that a great swordsman is used in a sense. It's like they say, if people keep using your name, even if you passed away, it's still like you're alive because people are still remembering you. So everyone has an interest in this group. Gabimaru doesn't have enough strength to take out Tenzin, so he's going to get help from these guys. And then the guy with the mustache wants to fight so he can become the strongest and the best known. And this Armin looking guy, his goal doesn't make any sense, but for some reason he says, I don't really care that you want to be immortal. He just finds it interesting that there's going to be someone who's immortal. Sure, why doesn't he just say that this is his job, they just follow this guy around? And they all agree that they're going to form a group, bet. But then we see that the little girl that was following him has aged for some reason very quickly, and I'm thinking, Japan, don't make her age so fast that some guys are like, that's my waifu right there. Fills up their whole room with just this girl's face on it. After thanking her about saving his life, he wants to know, how are you so strong? Are you a Tenzin? Are you a bad guy too? This fatty is onto something. Besides giving away that he's a smart guy because he has glasses, he finds it really weird that there's a lot of religious terms in this island alone. So he tries to talk it out with everyone, but everyone thinks, I haven't fucking read anything, I'm pretty stupid, why are you telling us? And then he starts telling them about some religious guy who knew about all these words, and I'm thinking, wait a minute, why would the guy look like that? That's not what any of the religious guys look like. They look like this. So he starts thinking that there's a creator to this island, and if we can find him, we can stop this. He always wondered why everything seemed so thought about. The monsters, the plants, everything seemed like a reason to put someone on here to kill them. And so his theory is that this island was designed to put the plants into a ship so they can be sent back to the island, which means that if those plants can go back to the island, then that means we as humans can also. Plus, we can also find the elixir. But he calms down because he thinks he's a big nerd and that's what the girls want to hear. So since they've been split up, one of the girls says, hey, Gabimaru might just be dead, who knows? And then the other girl says, there's no way someone skilled and so talented as that shinobi will ever die. He's probably just formulating a plan so we can get out of here. Sure. Yeah, that could happen. Who knows? And so the pink hair girl tells them that if they can learn Tao, which is something that they could beat the dolls with, as long as it's not a language that they have to learn, because that could take, who knows, 50 years, then it's going to be fine, because this is a shonen anime, and learning power seems to be really quick. So what is Tao? Well, Tao is universe. Tao is you, me, and everyone around us. Tao is the way that the world works. So Daredevil's training this homeless girl how to fight with the sword. But he didn't want to because he doesn't want to see someone else that he trains die. But after being cute and telling him that she doesn't want to see anyone that she loves die anymore and she wants to protect them, that is when he says, fine, I will teach you how to use Tao. Well, basically that. He says he's going to use the energy from the world and the waves that he senses throughout his body. So the thing with Tao is you can't be angry or too happy or too sad because you have to have total concentration and be very calm so you can sense the waves in your body. So it's kind of like meditating. You breathe in and you breathe out. So he starts teaching her and he says, well, what you have to do is you place your left hand on the sword and you pull it out of the hilt and then you start swinging it. Welcome back to Sword Styles 101. Today we'll start with class 1. Let's read the prologue and epilogue and then we'll keep going. And while he's trying to teach his class, a big monster comes behind him. So as a sample question, he goes out there and he kills a bunch of monsters with his sword and tells her, Lesson 2, your sword has to be oil-free and there can't be too many dents in it. Lesson 3, you can't use your weight, you have to use the weight of the sword so it can put more pressure on them. Then he explains how he says, I can't be your sensei, but if you just walk around with me, you'll probably just learn my techniques and then I'll kind of explain it to you, but no sensei, I can't do that. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've noticed that in Hell's Paradise, it's not just one animal, it's a horde of them. And so a bunch of these monsters start attacking them, and Gabimaru can see past them, and for some reason in the back, there's a man in a mask, and that guy looks very shifty. Also, this is a very weird anime, because two people can be having sex and it should be normal. They're just saying that this is just part of creation and that's how humans work. Which is true, but I can't imagine someone having sex and talking about that. But meanwhile, while they're doing that, step aside Bakugo, this guy has more anger and he seems to be more passionate about saving his brother. Even though his brother's saying we should get out of this island and find a way out, he says, no, we're staying here and we're going to kill those shitheads. And you can tell he really means it because they went back and forth on this and they landed on him saying killing those shitheads. As dumb as you think he is, he's very skilled at being a warrior because he knows that, unlike Attack on Titan where you have to kill them in the nape, on this island you have to strike their lower half. He doesn't care about the plants, or he doesn't care about the monsters really, he's just here to destroy this shit. I mean, this guy is very strange because he gets so hungry and he knows that if he doesn't replenish his strength, he'll die. So he resorts to some type of cannibalism. So I guess they hit the point in the game where all the side bosses are supposed to come out and tell them that we need to stop you before you even end up fighting the Tensen again. So all these monsters that say that they're not like the other monsters are called Doshi, which are just studying under Tensen so they can also become one. I would just try to kill them there because fuck that, I'd just swipe their neck and not make them into Tensen because it seems like they're unbelievably strong. There you go, this guy gets it. You can't let them become any stronger, they're just kind of like bugs. If you let one go, a bunch of them will come back. Except he's not like a fly, he's like an animal that can somehow regenerate their hands. So these guys must be much stronger than all the guys on this island because this guy's sword just swiped all their necks and now they're all dead. It took Gabimaru a long time just with his powers to knock out a few of these giants. I don't know if it's because he's short or he's younger than this guy, but these two guys have so much power you think maybe they can just take on the whole island. Even though he has a lot of power in his hands, since he doesn't really know Tao, he's getting his ass whooped. Too bad even if you know karate, it doesn't really help. So after fighting with this monster over and over again, it seems he might be dead. If you think he's dead, let me know in the comment section below. And if you already know, leave a thumbs up on this video. Alright guys, peace.